Turn our attention to Africa's media and entertainment sector. Only 2% of content on streaming platforms in Africa are local productions, and just 1% are international co-productions involving African nations. That is according to a report released by the major entertainment research website, Fabric Data. However, that report also suggested that local productions in Egypt and Nigeria are rising steadily now, and South Africa's attractiveness for co-production signals untapped potential. There are more than 500 streaming services available in Africa right now, and two-thirds of them operate on a single business model, while the rest use hybrid approaches. Now, according to the report's researchers, South Africa launched the South African launch Showmax and the global platform Netflix stand out as local leaders. Disney Plus is only available in about 13 countries, which is less than a quarter of the total number of countries where, of course, streaming giant Netflix and Amazon Prime Video are available. Now, on to other major news in Africa's media and entertainment landscape. Africa pay TV giant MultiChoice says that consumers can now expect price cuts, mainly in South Africa. Now, the company, which is now a wholly owned subsidiary of France's Canal Plus, says that it will be revising its HD DSTV decoder prices by about 30% in retail channels and over 40% via its new DSTV online store. That will happen from the 1st of November. Now, DSTV or MultiChoice has not disclosed whether the new price cuts will apply across all of its markets. This latest announcement is seen as a change in strategy for Canal Plus, as the company has taken a hit from declining subscriber numbers. It's also taken financial losses and is facing mounting competitive pressures. MultiChoice lost about 2.8 million active TV subscribers across Africa in the past 2 years. But let's get some more analysis on the future of Africa's media and entertainment landscape, and of course the different factors at play. We're now joined by Frank Eleanya. He is a senior reporter at the leading tech publication, Tech Cabal. Great to have you on the show with us, sir. Now, of course, we are trying so hard to understand what exactly Canal Plus's acquisition of MultiChoice, which is, of course, Africa's biggest pay TV operator, what impact will it have on Africa's media and entertainment landscape? And also, what does this recent move to make some price cuts, adjustments to prices and also offerings, what does that signal to you about Canal Plus' possible strategy on the continent going forward?
Oh, thank you for having me. I think to take your first question, which is the impact of Canal Plus acquisition of DSTV, I think definitely it's a good sign for the continent in terms of investment in that sector. What that means is that we are going to start seeing more quality production with investments in local productions going to go up, because I see that Canal will want to compete with investors that are with the competition that are already having a lot of footprint on the continent. You have Netflix, you have Prime, and then you have and Disney. As for the current move that it made to slash prices, I think is, as you have said, is losing subscribers. Subscribers are increasingly being offered new options. And aside from just offered new options, there is also the thinking that it's not affordable anymore. So when you've got new options and then you're weighing price between what's available and the new thing that you have coming in, a lot of people are moving increasingly to streaming platform instead of to pay TV. And so because of that, like you said, 2.8 million have gone. And aside from that, also, they're also losing revenue between 2023 to 2025, they have lost about $293 million. And just in Nigeria, they lost the revenue was around 44% decrease, amounting to about $355.93 million loss just within 2024 and also 2025. So I think for them, it's like a rethink. How do we go back to the market? How do we become more attractive to those that actually put us in this market that gave us about 10 million subscribers that they have had over the years? And also, how do you continue to be relevant within that market? So you have to do something a little bit more drastic, to call them back, to attract them. South Africa is like the largest market for DSTV in terms of revenue generation. It lost about 1.3 million subscribers just within 2 years. So
Right.
I think definitely they want to get all that subscriber back, and there's also the potential that they can attract new subscribers onto the platform.
But I do think you raise an interesting question, because while the plus side or the positive is the fact that Canal Plus can channel more investment into Africa's media and entertainment space, there's also the reality that this is a market where pay TV operators, they're losing subscribers. It's pretty fragmented. Subscribers don't like the higher fees that come with pay TV. There's also changing viewer preferences and also growing competition from streaming platforms. So in light of all that you've mentioned now, despite the change in strategy, can Canal Plus's new venture survive and also thrive in Africa's current market?
I definitely think that there is ambition on the part of Canal. I think from what they've said recently, currently what they have is about 10,000 per hour, 10,000 hour view per year. They are thinking about increasing that number to 100,000 view per year. So what that means is a lot more new content that they're going to invest in. So that's in the next few months, we're definitely going to see a lot of money being poured in there. And I think that the market is still very, very virgin. If you think about the connectivity gap that Africa currently has, the GSMA report that was just released this week states that only about 416 million Africans are actively on the internet. So that leaves about 960 million Africans that are still not using the internet. On one hand, you might call that a concern. On the other hand, it is an opportunity for investors that can unlock that market. If we can bring a lot more people on the internet, that's a huge market for the streaming and for the pay TV market to tap into. And that's also the market that companies like Canal will want
Right.
to leverage over a period or over the years. Yes.